Welcome back to Universe X, and today, if you've been watching the channel, you already know, just looking at this title, knowing what I do, looking at my channel art, you know one of my favorite characters. It's no secret. So this set, while dodging him in his favorite form, offers me not one, but two Gohan leaders? Yes! Alright, we're gonna get right into this video. We got a huge spoiler coming out of the Power Hour, you know, coming from all the Dragon Ball games put together on streams. Amazing. And I am excited to go into this. But, as per usual, normal couple plugs. If you haven't joined the Facebook group already, think about doing so. Largest forum for our game. You've got the Discord for the channel in the description, as well as actually another link to not only Spiral Maui Graphix for the wonderful metal cards they do, but also the metal card giveaway that still has one more week before I choose names. And that description will be in there. All you gotta do is sub the channel, go like Spiral Maui Graphix Facebook page, and leave a comment on the video itself, and you will be entered in a drawing to win a Metal Leader card. So, that being said, let's actually jump into the reveal, because I'm just beyond excited for that. I'm gonna just have my reactions to it because I got notifications and whatnot when I was over chilling with my girlfriend. And now that I am home, real quick before work, I just want to go into it, give my first takes on it, and see actually if any of my predictions were right.
The Unison Warrior series.
So,
and at long last, the battle between the Dark King and the Saiyans is about to begin.
Dark King versus the Saiyans.
Dragon Ball Super card
Okay. I see Mechagobora in his Dark King form. I thought we were gonna get him, who transforms into his Dark King form last set, but I didn't know we were getting a fourth set for Unison Warrior. Okay, that's King Vegeta and Frieza from the Broly movie. Okay.
Saiyans versus the Bojack Brigade. Saiyans versus the Dark King. Diabolical villains descend on our Saiyan heroes. This set features 3 SCRs to collect.
3 SCRs?
For all 3 connects to form a panorama.
Oh.
In fact, we're revealing one of the SCRs right now.
Super early on the SCR reveal.
Demon God Demigra's secretary makes her first
Alright.
appearance as an
Alright.
SCR. Prepare to experience a Saiyan conflict unlike any other as you battle for supremacy. Dragon Ball Super card game.
This is hot.
Warrior Series Set 4, Supreme Rivalry. We'll be revealing new cards on the official website starting next week. So
Next
stay tuned.
week. Mail to. Okay. So, like, let's just jump right into it. I don't want to waste any time. We've got so much to dive into. So, first and foremost, we've got the red cards spoiled as well as the green cards spoiled. And this is going to tell me a little something I feel about this sort of deck, okay? So, when it comes to the red cards, right? We've already seen that we've gotten some King Vegeta cards. And this is very interesting because the next couple splashes are going to show one solid color. But for this first one, we only get to see red, and it shares a page with green. So looking at this, okay, the 2 red leaders that we can see here, we've got Bardock and we've got Chilled in green. So Bardock in red, you can see he's double strike, he's Bardock's crew. This is very, very odd because all the cards have been printed in blue so far. So I'm very much so hoping that there is going to be some crossplay, some connectivity between these two. But SS Bardock, the Legend, Awaken, double strike, permanent, that's kind of hard. I mean, I think there's a Bardock's crew effect, but we will see, because I do believe they do be needing a blue Bardock leader to activate most of the time. I'm going to check that later. But if you scroll up, this Goku, the only time he's been Super Saiyan Blue with his upper gi torn off, but with the lower gi still there, is literally, in the anime at least, the Broly fight. So this seems to be a Goku BR. Deflect, dual attack, blocker, he's got EX Evolve, so this seems to be a Goku BR card. I'm very, very, very excited to see where this fits because it means a lot for the archetype. Clearly he's going to go in the Bardock deck, but the other note here is that you've got Chilled on the other side of Bardock, and Chilled is Bardock's like nemesis, like in the little short that Bardock went to Super Saiyan, that he went to Super Saiyan for the first time, Chilled was the dude on the other end of that conflict. Now, you see though, the other cards in the set, you've got Frieza, Demolisher, Planet Vegeta, but this is the pink skin one. This is the one from Broly BR. You've also got a new ruler, which is where Frieza got crowned, the new ruler of the Cold Empire. So what this tells me, again, don't at me, but what this tells me is that Red is going to have Bardock as one leader and King Vegeta as the other. Meanwhile, Chilled is going to have Green is going to have Chilled, and we're either going to get a King Cold leader or we're going to get a Frieza BR leader. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Moving on to the next one, we have got Yellow, and that's actually interesting. Yellow, clearly, like my last video, I think it might have actually been my last video, I said don't at me, but I wouldn't be surprised if Blue, because it has all the future cards in it, if Blue got a future Gohan leader with the villains for the color of Blue being the androids, they could fit with their battle evolution and previous support. Well, I was dead wrong on the color, but you can see like there are patterns to this. Gohan and the androids on the other end. Future Gohan looks to be some Trunks like support, like the R-Type is very Trunks and Gohan centric, as they were probably the only people that, you know, they had to rely on. You're also probably gonna have some Bulma support cards in there because she was the third person in there. And then you've got the androids in yellow. So I'm interested to see if this is gonna play well with any of the other support in yellow for androids, but very, very interesting. You got an extra card, and it says the future's in your hands, and it's a 1-cost extra card, probably negate at that point, be wondering what that's going to be. You got a 3-drop Trunks, and it's got blocker. At the very minimum, it's got blocker, barrier, and blocker. Okay, we dig that. And you got Android 1718 Demonic Duo. I see deflect and dual attack if your leader card is, and then it kind of gets a little too blurry for me to see, and it has a once per turn effect. It's an auto. So there's lots of stuff to see. We're gonna move on to the next one, which is Blue. We've got a Gohan leader, and I see a Super Saiyan 2 Sun, or Super Saiyan Sun Gohan. It's definitely Super Saiyan 2, but it's a 20k vanilla, and so you can already guess if there's a themed 20k vanilla, we're probably going to see more vanilla support in this, unfortunately. But we can see, because I mean, set later, we've seen that yellow blue Icarus Gohan is actually making a pretty good turn thanks to Joey Palladino. So as far as I know, thanks to Joey Palladino. I mean, I know he's the first person to really top with it, but hey, if you've been brewing it and you just weren't able to get to tournament, props out to you too. So this is actually very interesting. So I'm hoping that they'll do vanillas right, but being in Blue is just automatically going to give it access to a lot of cards that the other colors don't have access to. Now we got Bojack on a Rampage, Goku the Calamity. Now the cool thing about having Bojack cards in Blue is that now you have a full Bojack archetype in yellow, followed by cards that were blue-yellow for Aegis, followed by Blue. This may be the final piece of that bridge. Like the Aegis was the bridge, and this may be the other half of the archetype that's going to make a cohesive yellow-blue deck that you actually want to play for Bojack. And then the last bit of a spoiler page we had was the black. Now I'm kind of upset because I thought last set was gonna be the last set for Unison Warrior. So I predicted there was going to be a Supreme Kai of Time as a leader, like a Cronoa that turns into Big Cronoa, and then there was going to be a Mecha Gavora that turned into Dark King Mecha Gavora. You can look it up way back when we were still getting spoilers for this. That's what I thought set 13 was going to be, but then they said that it was going to be more sets, and you can see those are here. So the predictions are kind of spot on, just I didn't think there was more sets. But you've clearly got a Supreme Kai of Time, Cryo Leader, well, what is this? Chrono Keeper. You got a 1-drop Black Dark Mask King. You got a 2-drop Overwhelm Trunks, who seems to have double strike. Mask King says if your opponent has 2 or more energy and battle card in the warp, 1 or more, whatever. This card gets plus 6,000 power and can attack your opponent's battle cards in active mode. That's tight. Kind of hard to make out from there. Don't want to get too much in conjecture, but this is pretty cool. And you also got Darkness Judgment, which is a 1, so that's probably a counterattack or a counterplay. I really dig that. We've got some spicy stuff going on. And then we are actually going to move into the next couple cards. I want to talk about the leader effects real quick because we've got some stuff before we go into the secret rares. By the way, let's not get it twisted. All credit for the leader effects is going to go out to TheViperSnake, a Reddit user. I'm going to have a link to the post in the description. So go ahead, go down there and give his post a like, upvote, and because he did some great work. Thanks. When it comes to leader effects, you've got Yellow Gohan, he's the SS Gohan, Hope of the Resistance. Auto, when this card attacks, draw one card and you choose up to one of your yellow Future Trunks cards and it gains +5 power and critical for the turn. So that's very, very interesting. He's going to be able to start applying critical pressure, and I'm sure there's going to be a lot of yellow Future Trunks. Auto, choose one of your mono yellow Future Trunks cards. When your opponent attacks, switch the chosen card to active mode, and then it gets +6,000 power, maybe, the saying, for the turn, negate this skill for the turn. So this is going to be for you can swing. Like you saw that there was a Trunks card that was blocker and barrier. This card's going to allow him to swing, and then he's going to be able to come up. Or you can block with him, protect him, and then swing, and then, or your opponent swings again, and you untap him, and you're allowed to block with him. So this is very, very interesting. It's odd that he's really dependent on your board. He only pluses your board, doesn't really touch himself. So, very interesting. Then we're gonna move over to the yellow android leader. Permanent, your mono yellow android battle cards get plus 5,000 power during your opponent's turn, making them harder to swing on. Auto, when this card attacks, you may draw one card. If you don't play up to one yellow android card with injury cost of 1 from your drop area and rest mode. Interesting. Doesn't negate the effect, so if there's some coming to plays, you get those. Activate me once per turn. Choose one of your yellow android battle cards, switch it to rest mode. Choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards in rest mode, negate his skills for the turn. Kind of seems a little control-y, but I'm here for it. Moving on to the Bardock, you got SS Bardock, the Legend Awakened. Double strike permanent. If all of your red Bardock's crew cards in your battle area with original cost of 1 have their energy cost increased by 2. Then when this card attacks, draw one card and then choose up to one red sand in your hand with an original cost of 1 in your hand and play it. Hard to see where this is going. Since it changes the cost, automatically that made me feel like Successor, but Successor's not in these colors. So I'm wondering where this goes. Like, I mean, maybe there's gonna be some EX Evolves, and these EX Evolves are gonna be doing things. Like, I mean, we saw Super Saiyan Blue Goku, and the Super Saiyan Blue Goku probably hasn't EX Evolved, but I'm sure it evolved off of a Goku, so this is only for Red Bardock's crew. I need to see where this is going. A quick check to the Bardock's crew cards that we currently have. I want to see if the Bardock's crew has if they evolve based on color, because if it's only on level, this actually may allow the apes to go from one thing to another. So I definitely kind of want to see this as soon as the card list opens up. So we're gonna keep going, and when this loads, we'll move on to it. Now you've got the green Shield Leader. Chilled the Pillager. Permanent, all your Chilled Army tokens gets the following effect. Permanent, this card gains Chilled Army. Okay. Auto, when this card attacks, draw one card and then play 1 or 2, not sure if it's a little blurry, Chilled Army tokens with 10,000 power. So that's actually very, very interesting. Then we've got activate Mayhem once per turn, 1 green, choose up to 2 of your Chilled Army cards and they gain plus 5,000 power and Revenge. So you're gonna be doing more things with tokens. Just because cards like Black Mass Sand exist in the format, unless we start getting barrier on these tokens, I don't really know how we are not just going to get like mollywopped by these. That's the only thing that kind of makes me hesitant. I would like to not be pigeonholed into a deck where a single free overwhelm can potentially juice my entire game plan. So nexties, we've got the blue leader, Super Saiyan 2 Sun Gohan, push to the brink. Auto, when this card attacks, draw one card and you may add one of your mono blue energy to your hand. If you do, choose up to one mono blue battle card in your hand and place into your energy. So you cycle. And then it says choose activate battle on turn, choose one of your blue skill list sand cards with an energy cost of 2 and it gains plus 5,000 power for the battle. So again, it's kind of you're more dependent on your field than you are per se like what you have in your hand or your leader. And again, I'm not quite sure how I feel about this, because at the end of the day, your field can be blown up, your field can be mitigated, and so to have an effect that is not, to have an effect that can completely be manipulated by somebody else's board control kind of makes me feel a little weird. So right now I'm actually going to the extra boosters, right? And I want to see out of the extra boosters what we're looking at for the Bardock's crew, you know? Okay, so the apes have to evolve onto blue apes, so I don't think there's gonna be much connectivity between the two decks, so it is what it is. Moving to the next one, you've got Black Leader, Supreme Kai of Time, the Chrono Keeper. Once per turn, when you play a battle card using Overwhelm, draw 1 card, and then place up to 3 black battle cards from your warp into your drop area. That's crazy. Activate once per turn, 1 black, choose one of your card in your hand, discard it. If you don't have a Unison card in play, play 1 black Unison card with no specified cost and 9k power from your drop area or warp area with a marker on it. Alright. Activate main once per turn, place 1 card from your life into your drop area. Place up to 2 battle cards from your warp to your drop area. And then battle cards you play using Overwhelm are sent to your warp at the end of the turn. Wow. We're gonna have to come back to this because wow, like, this might be one of the best black leaders we've ever seen. And this is her Awaken side. Okay, so she can create a Unison for 1 black, which is what they were going to be created for anyway, but you don't have to have it in your hand. She only draws upon Overwhelm, so that's actually interesting. We're going to have to roll back. There's a lot of stuff on here. Next, we got Dark King Mechagabor, Restore to the Throne. When this card attacks, draw 1 card. Activate main once per turn. If all your energy is black, you can choose 1 card in your hand to place at the bottom of your deck. Choose 1. Choose 1 of your opponent's battle cards and energy costs are 4 or less, negate its skills for the game. Switch that card to active mode and gain control of it. Wow. Or remove 7 Dark Dragon Ball cards from your drop area from the game, and if you do, this card gains triple attack for the turn. Huh. These are spicy. I need to see the cards around this. So the last parts I want to go over, we got 3 secret rare cards, and one of them was released. We've got a Robelu, Demigra Secretary, Ultimate, Double Strike, Dark Overwhelm 8 for 2. That's right, 2 energy. As long as you have 8 dark cards or black cards in grave, not gonna be hard to do. This straight up says, if this card be removed from a battle area, remove it from the game instead. Auto, if you have 4 more energy, when this card is played using Dark Overwhelm, play up to 2 battle cards with different names. Energy cost of 6 or less from the with Overwhelm from your warp. Auto, choose up to 1 card in your battle area with the Overwhelm skill and place it in its owner's drop area. When one of your opponent's cards attacks, negate the attack. Okay, so she's got some built-in protection. She's going to add bodies to the board. She doesn't have barrier, she doesn't have deflect, but let's be real, guys, she's coming out for 2. So if she started having effects like that, she'd probably be a little too nutty. So this is very interesting. But the other interesting part is we got spoilers for 2 more SCRs, and we can clearly see that one of them is a green card, a green Frieza card. It's a Unison. Let's hope they learned something from the Unison they made before that was absolute dookie. But we've got a Frieza Unison, and it's in green, and it's an SCR, so I'm interested to see what that's going to do. And then you can clearly see there's a Super Saiyan 2 Son Gohan SCR. Oh my gosh, it looks to be blue. I don't know why you would play a blue SCR over Baby Hatch, but y'all already know what I'm about. It's a Gohan, so I have to have it. Thank you guys for watching. I am so excited to go into more of this, and we will be diving into it. But for now, I hope this spoiler was great. The trailer was awesome. There's a lot of hype here. I cannot be more hyped. There are 2 new Gohan leaders, so I know there's going to be at least 1 deck that I'm going to be excited to play next set. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. If you like the content, go ahead, think about hitting that subscribe button. Make sure you head by the Metal Leader giveaway and sub to the channel, like the Facebook page for Spot Maui Graphics, and comment so you can win a chance, or yeah, get a chance to win one of these. And I will see you guys the next time you decide to join Universe X. Later.